Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. This is your friend and brother, O Doctor. I welcome you back to my channel. If you are joining us for the first time, thank you for your kind patronage. This is your favorite YouTube channel where we do nothing but to promote health in the language that you will understand, devoid of medical jargons. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for your help. Please, if you have not subscribed, remember to subscribe. It is very important to us because we need that subscription to grow. We need it to YouTube uses to promote the channel. All right. Please remember to invite and share to your friends too. All right. So today we shall be talking about erectile dysfunction. All right. How to achieve and maintain adequate erection for adequate or satisfactory sexual pleasure. This is a very difficult part that people tend to shy away from, but we just have to talk about it because sex is an important aspect of marriage that cannot be ruled out. In fact, it is a very strong ingredient that must be there for a satisfactory marriage. All right. A 62-year-old man who came to the clinic he came for his normal blood pressure checkup, and it was difficult for him to open up. He was just saying, doctor, my madam, from his gestures and sign language, I was able to decode where he was going, and I had to help him to ask the question and then help him to answer it too. So his question was, doctor, how can I perform well at home? I don't achieve adequate erection, and when I do, it doesn't last. All right. I know there are so many people in his shoes. There are millions of people in his category. That was the essence of this presence. All right. That is why we are doing this video, to reach out to millions of others that are willing to ask that question or that are not willing to ask it. We are going to ask that question on their behalf and also answer it for them. So in this video, I'm going to x-ray to all of us the 10 or so, I don't know how many they are, but at the end of the day, we'll count it. I'm going to x-ray to us the things you do or the practices that you have to do just naturally to achieve adequate erection and also to maintain it. All right. So without wasting much of our time, let's hit the ground running. Number one is maintain your blood pressure within the normal range. Okay, there is a very strong correlation between blood pressure and erection. The reason is because the principle and the physiology of erection involves blood flow to the penis. All right. If the blood flow to the penis is adequate, of course, you're gonna achieve it. But if it is inadequate, you will not achieve it. And you know that the arteries, the artery carry blood from the heart to other parts of the body. It is the artery that carries blood from the heart to the penis. And when we say hypertension, we mean there's an increased pressure in the arteries. All right. So the principle here is, for example, there is a water comes to your house from the water board or from the central supply through a pipe. All right. So when there is a blockage, when there is a high pressure in that pipe, water won't reach your house. Abi? So that's the way it's functions. When there is a high pressure in the arteries, the blood coming from the heart will not reach the penis, and of course that will impede erection. So monitor your blood pressure. And when we say monitor your blood pressure, let your doctor be your guide. A friend of mine was chatting me on WhatsApp and said, doctor, please, I need drug. I said, what for? He said that he checked his blood pressure and it was 130/70. I said, how about that? He said that the normal blood pressure is 120/80. So the systolic one is 130, is higher than normal, and then the diastolic one is 70, is less than normal. And you see, that's where the problem comes in. People tend to be wiser than, I don't know how to say it, but your phone will get spoiled and you take it to a mechanic, right? Your roof will be leaking and you call a carpenter. Your clothes will get torn and you call a tailor. Then when you are sick, you tend to become wise. It is not good. So many persons have made that mistake and they paid with their lives. Yes, they didn't live to tell their story. So always let the doctor be your guide. For the benefit of the doubt, according to American Heart Association, all right, this is what they say about the blood pressure values. Normal blood pressure is less than 120/80. Between 120 and 129, and less than 80 is regarded as elevated blood pressure. It is not the same thing as high blood pressure. It is not the same thing as hypertension. All right, there's a difference between elevated blood pressure and high blood pressure. You talk about high blood pressure when you have from 130 and above, and from 130 to 139 or 80 to 89 is regarded as high blood pressure or stage 1 hypertension. When it is 140, greater than 140 and above to greater than 90 and above, it is regarded as stage 2 hypertension. Then from 160 or from 180 to over 120, that's when we talk about hypertensive crisis. At stage 1 hypertension, at the level of 130, we normally manage with lifestyle modification, right? At that stage, drugs may not be too important depending on the age too and other comorbidities. So lifestyle modifications like diet and rest and exercise could be of help. Okay, so there are intricacies in when it comes to managing hypertension, and I can tell you it is not what you can do on your own. It is not as if that we doctors love attention or we want you to be coming to us, but we want the best for you. We call it preventive medicine. Let us prevent the problem from happening than when you neglect it and it develops stroke. When that comes, little or nothing could be done. All right, so manage your blood pressure adequately and it helps to improve your erection. Number 2 is manage your blood sugar in case you are a diabetic. All right, diabetes means there's excessive sugar concentration in the blood and it is not good for your erection. All right, and it's also a risk factor for other heart diseases, which will also impede erection. Remember what I told you, any problem that affects the heart definitely affects the penis. All right, so take care of your heart as you are indirectly taking care of your penis. The next is avoid masturbation or pornography. There are a lot of information on the internet. I can tell you it's quite controversial. Everybody have their own opinion, but I'm not here to form an opinion. I'm here to give an advice. I advise you, if you want strong erection to please your partner, please avoid any form of masturbation and pornography. It gives you a very false sense of satisfaction and artificial pleasure that is not real. Please, it does not help your erection. It's an advice. All right. The next is eat healthily. All right. There are some foods you need to avoid in order to have good erection. These food items affect your heart and invariably affect the penis too. Everything is based on blood flow. If there is increased blood flow from the heart to the penis, there's good erection. So avoid processed foods, avoid fried foods. Studies have shown that Mediterranean foods are good for good erection. And by Mediterranean food, we talk about foods like fruits like banana and apple and watermelon. Vegetables like spinach and carrot, nuts like almond, walnuts, dates, legumes like beans and peanuts, tubers like potato, yam, dairies like yogurt and cheese, and then healthy fats like olive oil and avocados. These are foods that can help to improve your erection. I will still do a separate video on that to elaborate more on foods that, in case depending on the time you are watching this video, you can check the description section and for the link. All right. The next is regular exercise. This cannot be overemphasized. At least 30 minutes daily for at least 3 times in a week, depending on your age. All right. And there are different kinds of exercise that you can do. You can jog, you can do Kegel exercise, weight lifting, push-ups, frog jump. Depending on the one that your strength can carry. That helps to increase your testosterone level, which increases your sex drive. All right. The next is drink a lot of water. This cannot be overemphasized too. Water helps in the fluidity of the blood. It reduces the viscosity of the blood and increases flow. All right. Take enough of it. It will only make you to urinate and nothing more. In fact, I don't know how to emphasize on it about drinking water. It's not just about erection, but because of your kidney health too. So take enough of it. And the secret of taking water is let it be in a water bottle. Just have a water bottle, take little at a time. When you finish it, you refill the bottle. before the day goes, you won't believe the amount of bottles you have consumed. All right. So that's the secret of drinking water. It helps to drink enough. The next is adequate rest and sleep. Stress management is what we are talking about here. Okay, stress is quite detrimental to your erection. Stress and anxiety, these are the things that you should take away from your life. And the best way to curb them is to rest. And the best form of rest you can do, of course, is to lie down and sleep. Sleep helps to revitalize you and re-energize you, reset your brain, and makes you to look afresh and energized to do the work. And of course, the principle of erection is the body needs to be relaxed. The muscles in the penis need to be relaxed, and the arteries need to convey the blood from the high dependent area in the heart to the lower pressure area in the penis. That's the only way that blood can flow. All right. The next is little or no alcohol. This alcohol song has been sung enough, and I'm sure you must have heard enough about alcohol. So I may not be telling you anything new. I made a video. I will put a link below on the amount of alcohol that is adequate for you in a week, in a month. Okay. If you can avoid it, please do. It will help you. But if you cannot, take a little, please. All right. The next is maintain a healthy weight. Okay. Obesity and overweight is a risk factor for diabetes, it's a risk factor for dyslipidemia, it's a risk factor for coronary artery disease, it's a risk factor for hypertension. These are comorbidities that are enemies to erection. Okay, so these maintaining a healthy exercise, a healthy weight is quite very important to your sexual life. Okay, the next is avoid smoking. Smokers are liable to die young, right? It's written on the packet. It contains nicotine, which is quite toxic to the system and does not help your erection too. Not just about erection, but different kinds of cancers have also been linked to cigarette smoking. All right. The next is, okay, this one is quite I don't know how to put it, but take a break for like 30 days from anything that has to do with sexual pleasure, pornography, masturbation, sexual intercourse, erotic, anything that will stimulate your brain into eroticism. Just take your mind and yourself away from it. Take a break for complete 30 good days. With these things I have mentioned, this food, exercise, and sleep, you find out that this helps for immediate improvement. Just take a break for 1 month, 30 days from all sexual activities, and then practice all these other things that I have put. That is what I told the man that came to see me, and in the next month, he actually came in the next 2 months and testified that, doctor, thank you. He was a 62-year-old man. Age was not on his side, definitely, but it really helped him. All right. So with these few points of mine, I hope I have helped you. It's a critical issue which people shy away from, and don't worry, we will help to say it on your behalf. All right. If you have any question regarding erection, regarding sexual satisfaction, you can also put it down in the chat box, or you can message me. The WhatsApp line is there, the email is there. I will be happy to respond. Remember to do me a strong favor. This is YouTube channel, and if it's not growing, we are not happy. All right, please help us to subscribe and share, please.